There's one very common bowling release mistake that I see with a lot of bowlers, and that is releasing the bowling ball too early before the slide foot comes to a complete stop. This makes it harder for our hand to stay behind the bowling ball and continue leverage through the bowling ball until the point of release. And so, in order to fix that, we need to create separation between these two things and divorce them. These two things can no longer be together. And so, slide foot gets to the foul line, nearly comes to a complete stop. We are still in our downswing. Our release is still in queue, and we gotta hold on to it longer than we think until we can get our release in front of our ankle so that we can project the bowling ball onto the lane. And to further get an idea of what I'm talking about, you can go onto YouTube and you can search PBA bowling release in slow motion, and you are going to see that these bowlers that compete at a very high level get their slide foot to the foul line first, and then they release the bowling ball. And so, with all of that being said, this was something that I was doing when I was learning how to release the bowling ball on my own. And essentially, it's the one-step drill, but a mini version of it, a mini one-step drill. And the focus of this drill is to get our slide foot to the foul line first and then release the bowling ball. And what this also does is gives you an opportunity to practice how to correctly release the bowling ball. When we are doing these drills, there's no rush. Take your time, think about what it is that you are doing. And so remember, if you've watched my video in the past about the bowling release and how if you break it down into its simplest form, there are two separate events that take place. Event 1, thumb comes out of the bowling ball, and event 2, fingers create rotation on the bowling ball, essentially follow through. And so when you are doing this mini one-step drill, it's going to feel extremely weird because our body isn't accustomed to this type of timing. And so throughout time, your body is going to adapt to it. And what I suggest is doing this mini one-step drill a few times and then go into your full approach and then try to get a feel for what you were practicing and just kind of go back and forth between the two until your mind and body understand what's going on and what needs to happen. Give it a try. Let me know how it goes, and it's going to take time. You know, this is probably one of the most important things when it comes to putting everything together. Having the correct timing is going to mesh everything and allow your release to happen the way you want it to happen.